Hello, good morning, good afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. It's about that time where you can be in either one of those. So, welcome to the IT Hour hosted by JumpCloud. I'm Ben Garrison, technical champion here at JumpCloud. The IT Hour is a 45-minute to an hour long discussion, and we're going to have a lot of fun things happening today. We're going to go over our community updates that we have going on with Becky. We're going to talk about our fun meetups that we had this week as well through Alexa. And then we're going to dive into some brief JumpCloud releases that happened this week that sometimes slide under the radar. So I want to throw them in there. But then we're also going to do our IT trending hot seat. So the hot seat is going to be super fun this time. We're going to give out a prize. I have, and I'm just being told this just in, we have a JumpCloud branded AA mini mag light with smooth barrel, 5 3/4 inch length. So for all you IT people out there that need to work on computers or server rooms, you're going to have a flashlight to be able to do that. But hopefully not too many server rooms because we don't do on-prem. Okay, moving on. I'm just kidding. This is an interactive conversation, so please feel free to hop in the chat, which is in the bottom right-hand corner, and type away. Obviously, during the IT hot seat, which I'll explain the rules for that later, you're going to want to be in the chat. If you do want to come on stage, you can. You're invited to come on stage and have a chit-chat with us. Just know that if you do so, this is recorded, so your face, your likeness, your voice will be recorded. So if you do not consent to that, please do not come on stage and or disconnect from this session now. So without further ado, again, I'm Ben Garrison, technical champion here at JumpCloud. I'm also joined by David, Becky, and Alexa. David, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, please?
Hi, I'm David. I'm on the content team, and I'm a former IT director, security analyst, dog dad, and Ben, you just made me think about how much money I could have saved if I didn't have so many server racks. So thanks for that.
You're absolutely 100% welcome. But if you do, Rob, if you do have to actually touch some gear, we're going to give you a flashlight to be able to help you see in the dark. Because, IT works in the dark or something. I don't know. Becky.
Hey everyone, I'm Becky Scott. I'm the senior manager of community here at JumpCloud. So I get to work with all these yahoos.
Yeah, likewise. and I'm also joined by whatever, Alexa.
You got it. Hey everyone, I'm Alexa Emerson. I'm excited to be back on the IT Hour. I am the community events manager here at JumpCloud, so I am responsible for the Meetups program. So like Ben said, we had a lot of exciting updates this week, and I'm excited to share that with you guys.
Fun fact, really quickly, every time we're in a meeting with her, my Echo likes to go off and respond.
Every meeting.
All right, so let's just dive right in because we got the IT hot seat is stacked today. So we're going to make sure that we get through some of the JumpCloud stuff as fast as possible because I really want to get to the IT hot seat and have a lot of fun with that. So Becky, would you mind kicking us off with the community updates that we have going on right now?
Sure, absolutely. So community, lots of fun stuff happening. And by the way, in case I haven't kind of, talked a little bit about the community concept before, because I kind of just jump right in and talk about, community, but I don't really say like what we're planning. So community at JumpCloud, we already have the lounge and we're in, different places like Reddit and Spiceworks and Quora and other places where we talk to people about JumpCloud. But the community that we're going to be launching is going to be an industry forum where we're going to talk about, all things IT, hopefully, career, best practices. What does your stack look like? What are you doing in your business? What's it like being, the only IT person and, you don't have anybody to talk to. So, maybe in the forums, you can talk to other people who are also kind of a one person shop and have some conversations and somebody who understands what you're going through, things like that. So, kind of a place to stop by and chat with other people. We will also have a space to talk about JumpCloud, but it's not going to be just exclusively JumpCloud. So we are working on that and launching that at the end of the month. And we are also looking for beta testers. So if you want to get a sneak peek a little bit early, jump in with us and do some little bit of content, a little bit of, going around in there and testing for us, but also just kind of getting in there a little early. Might have a couple surprises for you if you want to. You can join us early. You can just email us. We'll drop the email address that you can sign up for in the chat. And we really hope you will join us. And those are the updates for now in community. We're having a lot of fun getting that ready to go. And lots more to come in the next few weeks.
Beautiful. I'm excited for the community because I can't wait to connect with everyone and share a lot of cool best practices and stuff. So the noise blaster, can you actually hear it? Was my mic? Hold on a second. I'm sorry. Am I not going through? Oh, 1 second. That's why. I was going through the wrong microphone.
I apologize. I was going through the wrong micro. Can you guys still hear me? Everyone still hear me? Okay, perfect. Cool. Now I'll be muted when people are talking. I apologize. Alexa, meetups.
All right. Awesome. Thanks. So yeah, like Becky, I would love to kind of give some context before I dive into all the exciting updates from this week. So if you haven't joined us before, you haven't heard about the Meetup program, it's really exciting. We've been working really hard over the past 2 months to kind of put this all together. And we were super excited to launch this week. So yeah, the meetups fall under the community initiative. We fall under the community umbrella. So what that means is these events are community-led and community-driven. These aren't like typical events that you might have attended in the past. They are super informal and super interactive. So our goal is to just create an environment that really fosters the community aspect. So we want to engage in conversations that are about all things IT. We don't want to necessarily talk about JumpCloud. Of course, we're happy to talk about JumpCloud, but these are really agnostic events. So we're here to just bring people together to talk about maybe some common pain points or things that we're going through. Maybe something that happened in the IT industry in the past week that has affected, what we're working on. So we just want to talk through some of those things, share insights, and just kind of help each other out. Because like Becky said, a lot of times these IT admins wear a lot of hats. They're oftentimes working alone and don't have people to bounce ideas off of. So we just want to give people the chance to make those connections, build their professional network, and have the opportunity to just chat through some of those problems with each other. So with that being said, we had a super exciting week. Like I mentioned before, we officially kicked off the series this week. We had 3 meetups, and it was a lot of fun. So this week and this month, really, we are mainly virtual with our events. The goal is to eventually meet in person in our different chapter cities, but just out of an abundance of caution with everything going on, we wanted to stay virtual and stay virtual just in order to gauge interest, right? So this past week, we actually did engage in some fun tech conversations, but we were able to kind of get a temperature reading on what people want to get out of the meetups, the cadence, how often we want to meet, what format we want to meet in. So it was a really fun time. On Tuesday, we had the Chicago meetup virtually. On Wednesday, we met with the DC group. And then yesterday, we met with the Austin group. And we had a great turnout. I was super, super excited to see 12 users join us. And if I didn't mention this before, let me mention it now. The meetups aren't just for JumpCloud customers. This is open to anyone in the IT industry because, again, we really want to make this a place where anyone can join. If you work in the industry at all, we want to give you the space to chat with others in the industry. So we were super excited to have 12 users join us. The conversations were lively. Ben joined and kind of facilitated the conversations, and it was just a lot of fun. And yeah, exciting to see people get together and honestly just have those candid conversations. I think in all three, it was just really clear that people are super eager to just socialize. I think we've all been cooped up, obviously, the past 2 years. So it was just a clear indicator that people want to get together. They want to have those conversations and they want to do it in a casual setting. So we were super encouraged because that's, our goal. That's what we want to create. And so we are excited to see where the program goes. So yeah, with that said, we have, we're continuing our series this month. Next week, we have 4 meetups going on. We're in Boston, we're in New York, we're in London, and we're in LA. Those are all virtual events, again, with the goal of eventually being in person, but those are the events happening next week. So if you're in the area, or even if you're not, since we are virtual, feel free to hop on any of those meetings so you can kind of share your input, because we are also looking for places to expand. So if you are not in any of our current meetup areas, please drop us a note because we want to come to where you are. That's one of our charters as a team. We want to be everywhere that our admins are. So if you're interested in starting a chapter, let us know, because we, again, are looking to expand. We wanted to start a little bit small with those 10 cities, but we want to grow. So definitely let us know if you're interested in starting a chapter. Because with that said too, like I mentioned, this is a community-driven initiative. So eventually we'll just kind of coordinate everything on your behalf, but then we really want this to be a place where you guys can just get together. So if you're interested in even hosting one on your own or just helping us facilitate those conversations, please let us know. But yeah, there was a lot of exciting things going on this week, and we're just, like I mentioned, excited to see where the series goes.
Awesome. Thanks, Alexa. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. If you're in the meetup groups or you haven't been in the meetups groups, please join us. I had a lot of fun, and it was a pleasure to meet everybody, and I look forward to meeting more in the future. So I'd be amiss if I didn't include just a few quick jobs that are currently available here at JumpCloud. One of the best places to work is at JumpCloud. We are a remote forward company. It's fantastic. Very inclusive, very caring place to work, and it's probably one of the best companies I ever worked for. So if you're in the hunt, definitely check us out at jumpcloud.com/careers. Some of the ones that come up to mind is things such as like our security engineering. We have our incident response, as well as our product security positions that are open right now. So feel free to go take a look at that. And then also one that I want to call out is senior data analyst, as well as our NetSuite analyst. So if you are in those worlds, then definitely come check them out. So moving on to just a quick product release update. These are ones that we release fairly often. Sometimes we have really big ones that have like a whole press release and it's a whole thing. And then sometimes we just make releases that, quality of life or just improvements. And I want to make sure those are also getting a little bit of airtime as well. So we just released, today, the Mac OS Keychain application authorization. So currently for Mac users, they are prompted to enter the password for their JumpCloud device Trust Keychain when accessing specific applications. Our new feature allows administrators to authorize company-approved applications on macOS devices by inputting the trusted application to the list of authorized applications. By doing so, macOS users will not be prompted to enter the JumpCloud device Trust Keychain. Yay! Okay, and then also we just launched today. It just kind of came out. Was released today. Is the Windows BitLocker encryption internationalization. It's too many syllables for me. I'm surprised I even got that far. So this BitLocker policy allows administrators to enforce BitLocker full disk encryption to remotely manage international versions of Windows devices. Many of our customers have offshore or overseas locations, and at the moment, these customers cannot fully secure their devices with BitLocker encryption because most of their offshore office devices are not encrypted. Due to lack of internalization support. Oh my gosh. With this That word support, regardless of the organization level and region that a device belongs to. JumpCloud BitLocker encryption policy will ensure all devices are encrypted.
Ben,
So, yeah.
maybe you should have not switched to T today.
Maybe. Or so true story. Last night, my puppy who's sleeping right here had a stomach ache. So I was like from midnight to like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was taking him out like every 30 minutes. So that's been my evening. But so yeah, those are some of the quick little JumpCloud updates. Okay, now moving on to the fun stuff, the IT hot seat. I wish I could play like the little like a game show thing, because that's going to be really fun. Okay, so this is how it's going to work. I didn't write it or type it, so I'm just going to come off the brain with it here. Puppy he's sleeping. I don't want to wake him up. All right, so essentially it's going to be David versus Becky versus me versus the chat. So we're all going to compete today. The chat, you guys are going to compete against yourself. You all are going to compete against yourself. So what we're going to do is we're going to mention some IT news that came out in the IT industry, whether they be hot trending topics or, just some interesting topics that I found and David found around the world. And we are all going to just have our fun commenting on these topics. And it could be a funny comment, it could be a serious comment, but essentially the best comment in chat will receive the JumpCloud branded MagSafe flashlight.
You're gonna earn that flashlight.
You're gonna have to earn it. It's gonna be interesting. The chat will let us know who won in the chat, and then we will say that best comment, and then our best comment, so the three of us, and we're going to say who won the best comment out of the entire session. And that's just for right now going to be bragging rights. It's not going to be me because I am struggling today. So take a big swig of your coffee and your tea, or coffee and or tea and or whatever it is that you have to get energy, because it's going to be great. All right, so to kick it off, any questions? Is everybody good on the rules?
I think Alex just threw down in the chat.
Oh, hey, you haven't had pets until your rat jumps off your shoulder on the keyboard. And
that might have won right there.
I mean, wow. Okay, well, session's over. Rob wins. I'm just kidding.
All right, Alex, you have to top that.
Okay, all right, here we go. So, IT hot seat. That's the game show sound. Okay. First topic that comes up. David, go ahead and kick off real quick with yours.
Okay, so within the past week or so, Microsoft Program Manager admitted what we all know, that it takes a minimum of 2 hours of uptime to get all of the updates that you need for Windows, and at least another 6 for those updates to install. And that's not mentioning a reboot. That's no secret. Patching can be hard. I had a system, rhymes with Hozo, and it worked okay. If you were on the network, in theory, it worked over the VPN, but in practice, when you've got salespeople going to different hotels or employees behind the Great Firewall, connectivity over that VPN isn't great. Or maybe someone at the end of the day turns off their computer, and then when they go into work, it wants to update. And their customer service, their customer facing, that is time lost. So patch management, cloud-based, cheap plug, is something that is very desirable, at least in my experience. I don't know about yours.
So Jeff, patching right. Windows takes days if it works.
Throw in an SSD, it helps.
My comment on that is who needs email anyway?
Oh, and the worst is when Windows just decides that, oh, you're doing it now. Too bad.
Too bad.
Doesn't matter if you wanted it later, overnight.
16 gig Outlook PSD file updating from OneDrive on 5 meg DSL. Oh. Never again. That's just painful. All right, next up. AWS Secrets Manager now supports rotation windows. I read that title and I was confused. I said, secret windows? Okay, this is weird. Anyway, AWS Secrets Manager, which is one of the products within AWS, now supports the ability to schedule secret rotations within a specific time window. With this feature, you can limit secret rotations to specific hours on specific days. Previously, Secrets Manager supported automated rotation of secrets within the last 24 hours of the specified rotation interval. With that launch, you no longer have to choose between convenience of managed rotations and the operational safety of maintenance windows. That's interesting. You no longer have to choose between convenience of managed rotations and the operational safety of maintenance windows. Who would have thought?
Competing here?
Who would have thought? I'm the CTO. Please don't rotate my keys. You could say that again, but that's a please. Just turning on new Windows laptop takes forever.
The CTO says please.
Windows 10 laptop takes forever to update, and then you have to worry about the new Windows 10 versions needing to be downloaded another 10 hours to install. macOS just takes 45 minutes tops. Love it. Mac, revert to an M1 Mini from Monterey to Big Sur. It did not like this. All right, moving on. iOS 15.3.1 is now available. That's all.
There's a 0 day there. Update now. It's out live. Exploited.
Go ahead. I'm waiting.
Well, okay, so
I'm not doing it first thing.
The 15.3.1 is supposed to fix some bugs and then the braille display issues. So it's not like it's a major release. 15.3 already came out. This one is just a patch. But hey,
I still don't patch until I see what everybody else does, just in case.
All right.
There's a major 0 day. Please patch now.
Please patch now. Next topic. Will Apple announce new mobiles on March 8th? Well, that's the rumor. So once again, Bloomberg's Mark Gurman has published a predictive report. This time, Bloomberg sources have shared details on Apple's upcoming spring event. The report claims that Apple will host this year's event on March 8th, which is a little earlier than usual.
So is Apple getting worse at hiding their keeping secrets? Getting worse at plugging leaks?
All I know is that the Apple rumors is like a whole industry within itself.
Supply chain.
It's just March 8th, iPhone SE3. Yes. Thank you, Alex. That one was good. Worse or better? I guess it's all subjective, right, Jeff? Depending on how you look at it.
Is it strategic, to kind of like get buzz?
This is one of my favorite ones in the hot seat. Ready? Here we go. Microsoft will I'm losing my focus. Microsoft will block downloaded macros in Office versions going back to 2013. So in the interest of combating ransomware and other malware, Microsoft is planning a major change in how its Office software handles macros. When files that use macros are downloaded from the internet, those macros will now be disabled entirely by default.
If you didn't already, please do it.
Like just now?
Not getting worse. It's just that the landscape is larger, more chance for
going back to 2013. It's like, you're just now doing this, Microsoft? Like,
and if you made your
9 years later,
sign that macro with a digital certificate.
Microsoft does something that doesn't ensure 35 years of backwards compatibility. That sounds out of character. Microsoft, finally, how many decades have had issues? Hashtag Adobe Flash. You mean Microsoft just caught up to 2005? These comments, chat, you guys are savage. But you're not wrong. Those are actually really good ones. I think we might have to put those in the running. All right. Moving
next
on.
They'll bring back Clippy.
Clippy? Yeah, let's do it. Send it.
Why not?
Next up, David, you have one.
Yeah. Security Week just had their predictions for 2022 and the types of exploits that we're going to see. And many of them that they listed were advanced persistent threats, and we're seeing more and more below the OS. I still say firmware. That's another plug for our partner CrowdStrike, because they were the first vendor to protect BIOS. That said, most SMEs are going to be dealing with drive-bys, really simple attacks, basic IT hygiene. And at least for now, that's what people should be concerned about. But beyond that, major industrial sites and government and so forth, there's hardware-based attacks with rogue hardware and USBs out there, and a lot of really advanced stuff happening because it's big dollars, multi-billion-dollar ransomware industry. So it's always evolving, and where there's a will, there's a way.
Indeed. Predictions for cybersecurity outlook. It's gonna keep happening. Best comment. Ready? Cyber. We're gonna use fax machines in 2022.
That's how we're going to secure things. We're going to go back to fax machines.
We're going to go back. Assuming the telephone, the infrastructure hasn't been compromised.
We're going to go back to mailing things in the mail.
Unfortunately, people steal things out of the mailbox. Yeah. We still have trouble with people stealing checks when you flip up your flag and put things out in your mailbox. People swipe them out.
That's faxed up. That's faxed up. Yeah, it's all facts. It's all facts. Nothing facts. Nothing but the facts. Okay, moving on. The Galaxy S22 or 22, I don't know, whatever. Galaxy S22 line is official for $800 to $1,200 and ships February 25th. So February is officially the new phone season, and Samsung is kicking things off with the launch of the Galaxy S22. After all the leaks, the big news items today are the prices and release date. The phones cost the same as last year's, so the $800 for the S22 or the $1,000 for the S22 Plus and $1,200 for the Galaxy S22 Ultra. Pre-orders for the phone start today, and the ship date is February 25th. So if you are looking for the new Note that everyone has wanted for the last 5 years, buy the new Galaxy S22. Up to last year, UPS wanted faxes for insurance claims. You know, it's interesting, not to get on a sidetrack, but the IRS, they also had a news article posted that I didn't put in here, but they moving away from the ID.me facial recognition for authentication to go with something else entirely, or they're going to add something. I don't know, but it's funny that we have all these really high-tech things, but then we don't address the fact that not everybody has access to the high-tech things. So how do you still secure without having high-tech things in place? So that's actually a blog article that I've been spinning around in my head, but we'll see what happens.
Well, especially in rural areas, because a lot of my family is from, a really rural area in the Midwest, and they don't have any high-speed internet whatsoever. Like, it stops short of them. So when I go visit, I'm like, you guys are killing me. You still have like almost dial up. It's almost that bad. So yeah, the high-tech stuff, it's an actual concern.
I don't know. I think I want to insert this one into the runnings. Yeah, the IRS face planted into that one by Rob. That's perfect.
That's a good one. True story, Becky. I used to spend over $3,000 a month for fiber in rural Michigan. But here's another thing with biometrics. For some folks, it's a bridge too far. We had little fingerprint readers at the office, and there are quite a few people who did not want to give us their fingerprints, or were wondering where that fingerprint was going.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame them.
When Apple, when they first came out with their fingerprint recognition, on the iPhone,
the Touch ID,
people were concerned about how that would work as well. Like, where's that going to go? Where are you going to store it? What's going to happen with that?
Doesn't help with like the experience, the Equifax, and then all the other data breaches for all of the public information. So, moving on. Raspberry Pi bootloader enables OS installs with no separate PC required. That's actually kind of huge. So setting up a Raspberry Pi board has always required a second computer, which is used to flash your operating system of choice to an SD card so your Pi can boot. Your Pi can boot. But the Pi Foundation is working on a new version of its bootloader that could connect an OS-less Pi board directly to the internet, allowing it to download and install the official Raspberry Pi OS to a blank SD card without requiring another computer. That is huge. So you can test the networked booting feature. You'll need to use the Pi imager on a separate computer to copy an updater for the bootloader over to it. So you still need a computer. I'm just kidding.
Maybe half a computer?
You have to update your Pi by using another computer so that you can install the operating system without needing another computer.
Super cool. Going back to security, some of the supply chain stuff that was mentioned by Security Week includes rogue hardware. And there's pies that will be hidden in a Microsoft keyboard, and it will spoof the USB ID, the device ID, and the OS will trust that device. So there'll be a pie in there and maybe a 4G modem, and basically will call phone home and do what it wants on your network. So don't buy off of eBay or Alibaba. Have good supply chain practices.
Comments in the chat. How do you use computerless booting for your Pi? You have to use the computer. At least for the update. I mean, now you install the OS twice. That's great. All right. Hey, are you using Zoom on your Mac? You might want to check your microphone settings. So this was as of February 10th. So this was an article in the Register. So Apple Mac users running the Zoom Meetings app are reported that it's keeping their computer's microphone on when they aren't using it. What? No, not Zoom. The issue appears to affect the native app running on the current Mac OS release, Monterey, in which Apple has implemented a visual cue to alert users that an application or device is accessing their microphone or camera via an orange or green dot in the menu bar, respectively. Users began complaining about the issue after Monterey was released late last year, and on December 27th, Zoom Inc. put out an update that was meant to address the bug, stating that version 5.9.1 resolved an issue regarding the microphone light indicator being triggered when not in a meeting. However, it clearly hasn't fixed the issue for everyone.
Triggered the light. Yeah, we're not using your microphone. It's just triggering the light.
Zoom has security.
Well, okay. So in all fairness, they've made a lot of progress with their security stuff, but still, like, this has been happening since 2000 and I don't know, insert a year.
Alexa, tell Zoom to stop listening to me.
You might want to.
I just upgraded to Monterey. Thanks. I'm not going to be paranoid at all.
Tell Zoom to stop. It does solve the issue if the mic is always on. You won't have it muted. Zoom privacy scandal? No way. All right, moving on. We're coming down to the nitty gritty here. Come on, bring your A game, chat. Securing opens. Okay, go ahead, David. That's actually for you. Go for it.
Okay. Oof. Well, the point of this article was that there's no incentive. People may be incentivized to provide governance for a project and be contributors, but who's got the time to really put in to focus on security development lifecycle and whatnot? That could be true for any type of code. We can look at a large operating system vendor, and is the incentive to add features and keep putting out new products, or is it to go back and fix those old legacy bugs that we see 0 days coming from every other week? IT doing secure development is hard. So it's not just an open source thing. Doing any type of development securely requires resources.
Yeah, it's a great article, right? Where it says securing your open source code isn't going to be cheap. So I think everyone thinks, oh, we'll just use an open source code base and everything is going to be great and it's going to be secure, which obviously Log4j is a good example of not the case, right? So you have to hire people to actually still support and manage your open source libraries that you are utilizing. Come on, camera. So there is some hidden cost to that. So make sure that you're staying on top of it.
You can have it quick, you can have it cheap, or you can have it good. But you can't have all three. So choose.
Really
two of
glad
those.
Really glad.
Or maybe even one of those.
I'm really glad we have context there, Becky. Thank you.
That's from that, if you want open source, it's free, but it may not be as secure as you want.
0 day in international. Oh gosh, I'm just falling. I'm getting baited.
Jeff.
I'm getting baited. Security isn't cheap. Fast, cheap, easy, secure. Pick one. Indeed.
Yep.
All right, moving on. Salesforce is reportedly working on NFT cloud service. So the plans were revealed by Salesforce co-CEO Mark Benioff and Brett Taylor. I probably slaughtered his name. Sorry, Mark, if you're listening. During an online sales call with references made to companies like Pepsi, which are making similar NFT plays. Salesforce, which mostly provides cloud-based software for sales teams, marketing departments, and e-commerce sites, believes it can offer a service for artists to create content and release it into the NFT marketplaces. Such a service could be integrated into Salesforce's own ecosystem, bypassing the need for NFT marketplaces such as OpenSea. So NFTs can NFTs jump the shark already?
There's a sucker born every minute.
Baby shark, do 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 do.
I mean,
Now
here's the
that'll be
thing.
stuck in your head for a while.
Here's the thing. I don't know if we can stop NFTs. I don't know
Well,
if
if we
can
have
stop it.
fusion power, like the big breakthrough this week, maybe we can power NFT to actually work at scale.
Yeah, I don't know if we can stop NFTs. I think this is something that's going to happen.
Yeah, yeah. Nobody can steal ever. I mean, no, they can't take a screenshot or anything. There's no way they could grab it and have a copy of it. Oh,
Well,
no.
apparently they can't copy it because it's infungible. Did I say that right? Non-fungible. Non-fungible. Yeah. So apparently you can't copy it, but I don't know.
No. I mean, there's no way you could screenshot it on an Apple or anything. I mean, no, not gonna happen.
Nope. Exactly. Nope. Can't copy. That's illegal. Nope.
MP3, anyone?
All right. This is not IT news. I just thought this was funny or fun. National Muffin Day is on February 20th. So you can go to nationalmuffinday.org. National Muffin Day is it's National Muffin Day, but it's encouraging people to bake muffins and hand them out to people experiencing homelessness in their cities. To incentivize volunteers to bake and participate, the foundation donates money to homeless causes for each person who bakes and gives. So if you like muffins, I like muffins. Bake some muffins and give them to some people who are homeless. Go to nationalmuffinday.org. This is not affiliated or anything with them. I just thought it was interesting, and I thought it was a really good, interesting cause because I like muffins.
Yeah, I don't want to make fun of that. I thought maybe it was going to be like calling someone muffin as a, like a sweet, like, oh, muffin.
There are a lot of homeless veterans too. So
yes, there are. I think
it's a really support your community.
I probably should have led with that one because that one's kind of like a serious note. But maybe I should have put the muffin at the top of the list. No, okay. This is not going on YouTube. Okay, so now drum roll. That's my drum roll. There we go. Best comment.
Oh, that's gonna be tough. There were some brutal ones.
There were some good ones. Chat, what do you think? What stuck out to you guys?
I think the rat one.
The rat one, that one was good.
Let's see.
I think I like the Alexa tell Zoom to stop listening to me. I thought that one was actually pretty funny.
Let's see. I gotta scroll back.
How do you use computerless booting for your Pi? You have to use a computer. That one was pretty funny as well.
Hey Siri, tell Alexa to stop listening to me.
If Hey Siri is off.
What do you guys think? Chat, any Senate would appreciate it. The wow terror.
I don't know. The one about Microsoft catching up to 2005 was pretty funny too.
There was one that had me cracking up though. Which one was it? Might want to swap. Who said that? I didn't. I should have taken better notes.
Which one?
I should have taken better notes. Oh, yeah, the IRS face planted into that one. That one was hilarious.
That was good.
That was by Rob. The IRS face planted into that one. So what do you think? What do we think? Which one are we going to go with for the chat? I'm going to stop before I get copyright. I think I'm going to go with just because it was so good and it was so on point, I'm going to go with the Alexa tell Zoom to stop listening to me.
We have a winner.
Give me +1 in the chat if you agree for Damien's comment about Alexa tell Zoom to stop listening to me. Hey Siri, turn off my Siri on my HomePod. Thanks for that. Trolling. That's great.
Awesome.
Awesome. All right. So, Damien, you are the winner of a AA mini Maglite with smooth barrel, 5 3/4 inch in length. Wee woo, wee woo. Nice. Congratulations. And I don't think either one of us actually had any real comments. So I'm going to say the winner for today was the chat. The chat beat us in our own comments. I don't think we had it. We're gonna have to be more prepared next time because chat.
Well, yeah, I didn't even read any of the headlines ahead of time, so I was off the cuff, man.
Off the cuff. Stop listening to me and the wow rat. You know what? How about this? I will do a dual winner for just today because the chat beat us all out and we couldn't participate. So the wow rat comment as well as the stop listening to me comment will both receive a Maglite in the mail. So I will reach out to you in email to get your information. We can only ship to North America, Canada.
There goes our flashlight budget.
Yeah. You guys just broke our flashlight budget. Now, if JumpCloud goes down, we can't work in the dark. So, all right, everyone. Hey, thanks again. We'll be back. What's next week? Next week has another IT hour. Will be on February 18th. We're still working on the agenda. It might be another one of these, or we might have a technical deep dive. As well. So Canada is in North America, though.
That's true, Alex.
Cheap, easy, fast with light. Pick one. All right, everyone. Damien, Rob, Jeff, Alex, Rob, everybody that I didn't mention that was in chat. Thank you so much for coming this week. And don't hesitate to hang out in the JumpCloud Slack Lounge. We do have an IT Hour Slack channel. So if you want to see certain content on this show, don't hesitate to reach out and put that in that IT Slack channel as well. So everyone, thank you so much for coming out, and we'll see you next week. Cheers.
Yep, and check it out, community.
Please subscribe and check out more content from us.